It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East, and we've got a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And a welcome in, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, so much gets made about offensive comparisons. Here's a matchup where the defenses may just take center stage.
Yeah, we're usually talking about guys scoring touchdowns. How about the guys who prevent them and change the momentum of the game when they take the ball away? I love those ball hawks in the secondary. People after my own heart.
Longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and it will begin things at the 25. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback, now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for a Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Sanders. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone's in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they create some nice space for him.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack by Justin Ellis. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. A tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and of course take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he coughed up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. Room here to run. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you got to take care of the rock.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball downfield? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Bellinger hauls it in out left side.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside of 40. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now that after the sack, will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run. The good footwork nearly all for naught. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Gano's kick is good. And they are forward, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 18.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he's got run. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 82 yards.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets a job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
They're still about 3 yards shy of the first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
I have to admit I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now they'll switch it up here, look to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. James got it, complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On third down, Barkley.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now and just 6 carries to this point.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take him the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't it?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
A first down carry for Barkley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that thumb rule being gone makes defense a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones.
And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Gano's kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now.
He might be being set up here for a busy ball game. Already 2 kicks here in the first quarter, and he's knocked both through the posts.
And for now, you know they'll be happy getting those 3 points. But what they really want is to find a way for him to kick extra points instead of field goals.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and then they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. Now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Aaron Sipas now.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they get set to start their drive of the 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
From the 25 on second down, Jones to the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Catch made by Slayton. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. Back to throw. Jones. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention a free yardage after that mistake.
Now Jones. Throwing on first down. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay.
And he's going to be knocked down just inside the 35.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Off play action. Jones. That's caught by Galladay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
Gardner took a while for him to lock onto a receiver. He finally found his man coming left or right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Second and 4. They could still get a first down without soaring. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Barkley is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
On second and goal, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
The good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
On 1st and 10 is Sanders. Oh, and he's not going to make it out the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room with safeties on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
After safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. James now to return. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of the running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. It just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late. It bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Jones to throw on third down. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
And another thing that makes the comeback not really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
Barkley, inside handoff.
They'll get this down to the 38. Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 32.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
But there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Up the middle with Barkley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you probably go and play action since you ran it twice. But I often think the second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3.
So add 3, all told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. That could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tough game like this.
Knocking through the field goal. Here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 for the 25.
They run with Sanders off the option.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback, an expected passing situation.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defense doing their job, really know where to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Left side here to Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
The key to any screen play is all of the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to it and hold him for just a short gain.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They'll run with Sanders.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because, those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it? Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. That ball caught by Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, 84 yards. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. They're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he let it a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll buy some time right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for Philadelphia. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Giants, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they still got a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun, Jones.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's Jones on 3rd and 2. And some space here.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense. And guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you get a heck of a tight end candidate.
Couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Jones, low taken in by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets it 6, and then it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
Yeah, and at the risk of sounding just a little bit trite, this is just a tackle that needs to be made. It's one thing when you've got a bruising 230-pound running back coming your way, but when it's a quarterback who's running for his life, your teammates will tell you, you've got to get him on the ground.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's a give to Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
119 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just a series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just got to find a way to tackle someone.
Now Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants have taken a lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even insult the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Gano the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Well, that the defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he could beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Hurts.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Shotgun snap and then give to Sanders. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken out at the line of scrimmage. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in a run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Oh, what a move. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 99 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Barkley. Dances by him. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Well, they won't bump that to his resume reel, but that might be one of the best 1-yard runs I've seen.
Jones now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and downfield during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
And they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now, fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts. Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Sanders here as they run out of the gun.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get median yard up to the 45.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps it moving forward.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders.
And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Another run with Sanders. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move him down the field, but his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 16, Hurts. But it's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Sanders trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has the better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Ellis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at about the 17-yard line.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use the 7th here. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it done inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be. And even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. It makes it hard to defend.
But first down, Hurts.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. O'Shane Ximines, the outside linebacker, dropping it for a loss of 6.
And assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw here.
That swung out wide to Sanders.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. And once again, this is Sanders.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. They hate to swing the football. They're a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
Second down at 4.
Looking to throw. Jones.
He's got Bellinger.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Now Jones on 1st down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with the pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Hurts and Eagles come up here 1st and 10.
At about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finish this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Fast footwork by Sanders.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Got him in. It's Brown.
And they got this down to about the 12-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode and trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Jalen Hurts
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2.
Hurts will throw.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 remaining. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order.
Here's Jones.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
The nice thing is that you still got all your timeouts in the middle of the field. That should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
Jones. And that will complete to Hodgins.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line.
Jones.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
To throw is Jones.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Now Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Now Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kaiser White.
And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
It looked like a smooth operation in this one, didn't it? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, let's be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.